Hey everybody, I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Happy New Year, sort of. Before we get into the episode, I want to make a little bit of an announcement saying that my 100 subscriber special was actually taken down. And I'm sorry to say that it was taken down by YouTube because they thought it was like scams or clickbait and stuff. Which I'm sorry if they did. It's not it's not meant to clickbait, and this video is not meant to go out and just say like, oh, I'm mad at YouTube because I'm definitely not. I want to thank them for giving me this opportunity to just use their platform to make the content that I love, and I'm not trying, and I just want to make a little bit of a shout out saying that hey, I'm not trying to scam you guys or clickbait you guys. I'm just trying to talk about the things that I love, talking about versus debating. I write out these scripts. I wanted to come here, just talk about the characters that I like, and see who would win in a character war. And that's just the fun part about it, and it's really fun, and I'm not trying to clickbait you guys into like come watching it, and I'm sorry if that's what you guys thought or what YouTube thought, but I just want to say I'm just here to make want to make content for you guys that I hope you guys can enjoy. With that being said, let's get into the episode. Hey everybody, I hope y'all are having an amazing day today. My name is Mercer and welcome back to another episode of Character War. And today on Character War, we'll be taking two awesome video game swordsmen from two iconic series. I'm talking about none other than Link, the hero protector of Zelda from Legends of Zelda, versus Pit, the soaring protector of Palutena from Kid Icarus. So, who wins this fight? Well, why don't we see for ourselves? The land of Hyrule has been known for many things, but today we'll be focusing on a bit of its origin story. Today, let's talk about two cool rulers: Princess Zelda, the main decision maker of the group, and King Rome, her father. These two worked together on making an awesome, stable society, and were quite good at it, but they had one big problem: a beast of pure darkness known as Calamity Ganon, bent on destroying and ravaging all of the lands. They took four champions from different colonies in Hyrule, and to tell them to pilot the beast left from their past ancestors. And they took Link there to protect Princess Zelda. And there's been multiple versions of Link we could be using: Twilight Princess, Link's Awakening, etc., etc. But today we'll be using the most modern and recent version, Breath of the Wild Link. He's quite powerful and is crazy strong, like when he's strong enough to push a boulder and metal crates in his weakened state. He's also fast enough to intercept lasers with shields, and multiple of them, and take tons of damage without going down. But for this instance, let's look at his arsenals. He has tons of weapons in it and can carry more than 50 shields, I think. 20 shields. But his most iconic blade is the Master Sword, a legendary sword which can shoot out energy beams, can run out of power, but does tons of damage. It can seal the darkness within deadly foes. He also has, for defense, the Hylian Shield. This shield has massive durability and is stronger than most any other shield in all of Hyrule. While it can break, can take tons of damage, but he also has more Hylian shields you can choose from, as it's been made multiple times. But he's also extremely skilled archer. He has ice arrows to seal deadly opponents and trap them in a freezing ice. He has deadly fire arrows, which he does to burn off opponents' power. And he has deadly electrical arrows, which he does to shock and stun an opponent, leaving them trapped for a short period of time. He also has a much more destructive power called the bomb arrows. The bomb arrows can unleash a deadly explosion capable of annihilating multiple different monsters at once. And he's a master at using them. He can quick draw these things faster than most monsters can pull out their weapons. That includes the speedy and fast Lizalfos, who can move faster than the eye can see on multiple different occasions. He also has the four weapons of the falling champions: the Light Scale Trident, the Boulder Breaker, the Shmitar of the Seven, and the Great Eagle Bow. But he has his immensely powerful Sheikah arrows. Derived from Guardians, these arrows can obliterate anything in one shot. These ancient arrows are so powerful, once they're hit on an opponent, no matter how strong the opponent is, they will disintegrate. But he also has a much more powerful bow. The Bow of Light was given to him at the end of the game by Zelda herself. And these things can seal away darkness so powerful and full. I mean, these things shoot at a much powerful more full standstill than any of his other bows. And they can hit dark opponents with just one shot. Just one shot is all that's needed for the Bow of Light. But he also has numerous different abilities from his past predecessors, like Mifa, his once true love, gave him his Light Scale Trident, a powerful spear that he uses in battle like a champ. The Light Scale Trident is crazy strong and can do tons of damage. It's normally used as a spear. His other best friend and Santa Claus looking bro, Daruk, gave him the awesome weapon called the Boulder Breaker. The Boulder Breaker is capable of breaking through diamond with just one hit, and Daruk wielded him with one hand. His pal Rivali's Gale, no, just Rivali, gave him the Great Eagle Bow. That was a meme, by the way. The Great Eagle Bow can shoot out 3 different shots at once and is great for aerial combat, much how Rivali used it. And, of course, Lady Urbosa gave him the powers of sorry about that, the Scimitar of the Seventh Sword, and a powerful shield capable of standing up to the Hylian shield. Not saying it's as strong as, but just crazy powerful. And the light scale arrows gave Link tons of different power too. He's crazy good with the quick draw and is a master swordsman. He's taken on tons of dealers and can charge up his swords to do heavy damage. He also has his magnificent and powerful Sheikah Slate. What's so special about the Sheikah Slate, you ask? Well, it gives him tons of different superpowers. Not only does this thing function as a cool map of all of Hyrule, and I mean all of Hyrule, it can even stamp different areas, chart him out, and teleport him, and gives him tons of raw power. For one instance, let's look at some of his cooler abilities. The Remote Bomb. The Remote Bomb is crazy strong, and can allow Link to pull out 2 different bombs, one shaped as a box and one shaped as a round circle for more mobile targets. And these are crazy strong. Once hit, the Remote Bomb can push heavy opponents like Moblins and even sometimes Link himself out of areas so strong. The Magnesis ability does exactly what Link says. It turns him into someone like Dr. Polaris or Magneto. However, this does have a drawback. I don't know if weight is concluded, but it allows him to lift heavy magnetic objects with just his magnet. And Stasis makes him do something crazy strong. While Stasis in the Breath of the Wild games can only work on heavy, smaller objects, in the Hyrule Warriors games, it can work on numerous different foes at once. And when it hits objects, Link can hit the object strong enough that it moves and stays in motion. Kind of like, which law was it? Newton's third law. Yeah, I guess. Anyway, Link is a master with all that. But he has another one. Cryonosis. Cryonosis does exactly what he said if you know the term cryokinesis. It allows him to control ice. And sometimes in different ways. On water, this ice can allow him to just pat down and just climb on the ice. But he can also freeze numerous different opponents in the Hyrule Warriors games. He's crazy good with this ice, and I mean crazy good. And finally, he has the 4 different abilities from the Hyrule champions, the Ends Beyond, that piloted the 4 different divine beasts set here. If you want the names, there's a great Hyrule site that I'll recommend in the link in the description. With that out of the way, he has Mifa's Grace given to him by Mifa, the Light Scale Trident wielder, which allows Link to have immense, restore all of his health and then some when close to death. So it's very good for fighting heavier based opponents. For flight relating things and his the hand glider, he has Rivali's Gale, which allows him to just take off, lift off, and Rivali could use it with ease, even capable of flying up straight to Valmetto. For Daruk, he has his awesome power that is Daruk's Protection. Daruk's Protection gives Link an ability to create an enormous 3 powerful shields, and Rivali's Gale gives him 3 chances too. Daruk's Protection allows him to take tons of, even reflect specific attacks and take numerous shields. And his final and best opponent is Urbosa's Fury, which allows him to summon lightning bolts. These lightning bolts do have a specific area, but they're crazy strong, able to paralyze numerous different opponents and take out members of the Yiga clan, heavy-based assassins at war with the Gerudo tribe. With all this and more, Link has tons of feats. He can push metal crates and boulders capable of weighing more than 5 metric tons with his hands. He's kept up with one of the fastest opponents in all of the games, Thunderblight Ganon, who moves crazy fast. Fast as lightning even, which means Link can keep up with that. He's fought Hinox, one of the most powerful opponents in all of Hyrule, who can lift way more than Link, and not to mention he's fought Hinox and knocked him unconscious with just a hit. And of course he can take tons of damage without going down, reflecting even light and reacting to light beams. This means Link can react to almost all based light projectiles, and he fought Calamity Ganon, a being as strong as a freaking castle, and Link took a hit from Calamity Ganon. Considering that Calamity Ganon is stronger and if not as powerful as Hyrule Castle, that means Link is taking hits from some of those powerful castles. With all this and more on all of Link's journey, Link has accomplished numerous different things. He's resurrected and protected Zelda, and slayed Calamity Ganon. This is one true hero of Hyrule that I honor to death. Oh, also, look at his haircut. His haircut is just absolutely magnificent. We can all agree on that here. In the terms of, angels, what do you think of? Well, I guarantee you wouldn't think of Palutena and Medusa. Medusa and Palutena had an interesting relationship. Medusa was the goddess of destruction who wanted to tear apart towns and basically turn people to stone, which is just raw dangerous if I have to say so. But Palutena was the goddess of light and turned Medusa into a powerful, eerie, one-eyed looking monster and banished her to hell. Now, Palutena had a number of different powers, and to recruit for Medusa's new return, she recruited Link. By the way, that's Palutena on the left. Link, a powerful warrior who has immense strength and speed and arsenals. While his wings only last 5 minutes and they'll go up in flames if Link doesn't go too fast, Link is quite skilled with them, and he has tons of weapons to choose from. He has his Palutena bow, which can split in half and allows him to shoot out arrows as a bow, and has a dual swords of swords and split apart. And he has tons of different arsenals. Numerous gauntlets, energy beams, energy guns, claws of sorts. He has his red gauntlet, kind of, and has tons of shields used for defense. These shields will allow him to block numerous different attacks, and they go on both sides. He even has his red gauntlet given to him by Palutena, which can go against Dark Pit's electric gauntlet. Both these gauntlets clash, and they're basically at the same amount of force, and Link is quite, what I say, Pit is quite skilled with it. Pit also has a number of different super forms, and by one I just mean he has 3 sacred treasures which allow him to create a super form, kind of. The reflector shield allows him to reflect most attacks with just 1 hit, and he also has the arrow of light. The arrow of light is quite deadly. It can shoot 3 at once, and it can kind of like hit with all force, kind of. It's very powerful, and can annihilate dark beings with just a single shot. And of course, he has one more thing, which is the endless wing power. With all this and more, Link does become in his finest form the Silver Armor, which is gold on some occasions, but is quite different. It's capable of stopping Hades, and Pit is quite good with that. He's also fought Medusa, both of which are heavy opponents capable of annihilating spaceships, and Link has dodged lasers. Pit has dodged lasers before. Pit also has tons of different powers. In his Kid Icarus Uprising game series, he's dodged automatic lasers fire and taken hits worth 25 tons. Pit has tons of power. Not to mention, he did succeed in protecting Palutena on numerous different occasions. So, let's see how he copes in this fight. So, who wins this? And I'm sorry if I've had to correct myself so much on Pit and Link's names. I've wanted to do this fight for so long, I barely know how. For 7 years even, since Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out. But getting off topic, who wins this? There's a lot of ways that this fight could go either way. And I had to take a lot. For physical stats, which was what I will always go over first in every fight, it's relatively matched. Movement speed, Pit takes it easily. With those wings, odds are he's definitely going to outmaneuver someone like Link. Durability is an automatic tie, and the reason for that is because they've both taken hits from heavy opponents. Like Pit with Hades and Medusa, but Link with Pit's people like Calamity Ganon, and the 4 units. Both of which are heavy opponents. And the Hyrule Castle is very, very, comparable to a number of things in the Kid Icarus games. Strength is one category, reaction speed and strength are 2 categories. Reaction speed, Link takes it. Now, they've both reacted to light, but it's said officially that Thunderblight Ganon does have lightning-fast movements, and if he moves anywhere close to lightning, which let's say he probably does, considering he's dodged lightning bolts from the magnetic fields, that means Link can keep up with him, so that's much faster than anything Pit's ever dodged. Because lightning is faster than lasers. Also, he's much stronger, And in the Silver Armor, he would have no problem with that, considering that it's extremely comparable to the blast from Calamity Ganon's, and and Link took all those like a champ. Not to mention the Master Sword and arrow. What am I saying? The Bow of Light all give Link numerous different advantages over Pit's just simple Arrow of Light, which are much more comparable and much more great at slaying dark demons. With that out of the way, I do think that Link would take this. So, in the end, the winner is Link. On the next episode of Character War, we've got your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Peter Parker version by the way, versus Blue Beetle from DC Comics. Hope you guys enjoy. Always be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.